Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell speaking on the Senate floor right now ahead of tomorrow's Kavanaugh hearing. Let's dip in and listen.
In the blank opposition to any nominee before Judge Kavanaugh had even been named. This is the Democratic caucus that spent all summer searching for reasons to delay this nomination. There weren't enough documents because there were too many documents, because of unrelated headlines. You name it. No, Mr. President, these Democratic colleagues did not treat Dr. Ford or her allegation with the seriousness and discretion she deserved. Apparently, they took no meaningful action with respect to her claim for weeks. And then finally, the 11th hour, when its introduction was virtually certain to introduce further delay, they got it to the press. So much for Dr. Ford's request for confidentiality, I guess. So what lessons can we draw from all this, Mr. President? If you write to Senate Democrats in complete confidence about an extremely sensitive matter, you'll soon wind up a household name. And if you're a public servant whose confirmation the far left happens to oppose because they dislike the fact that you will interpret the law and the Constitution according to what they mean, rather than what the far left wishes they would mean, they'll not hesitate to weaponize uncorroborated allegations and drag your name and your family right through the mud. That's what these guys will do to you. Uncorroborated allegations, which Judge Kavanaugh has denied repeatedly and in public, and to Senate investigators in the strongest terms, all under penalty of felony. So let's not forget that Dr. Ford's account identifies 3 other supposed witnesses, and each of these individuals has denied participation in or recollection of any such event, also under penalty of felony in all cases. One of the alleged witnesses is a longtime friend of Dr. Ford. She stated not only that she does not recall any such party, but that she doesn't even know Judge Kavanaugh. No corroboration, no supporting evidence before us, just Dr. Ford's allegation. By any normal standard of American justice, this is nowhere near enough to destroy someone's reputation or nullify their career. But for some of our colleagues are trying to move the goalposts. The junior senator from Delaware asserted recently on television that it is Judge Kavanaugh who bears the burden of disproving these allegations. Let me say that again. The junior senator from Delaware said Judge Kavanaugh bears the burden of disproving these allegations. Guilty until proven innocent in our country? Similarly, the junior senator from Hawaii has implied that Judge Kavanaugh does not deserve a presumption of innocence. The junior senator from Hawaii has said that Judge Kavanaugh does not deserve a presumption of innocence because she does not agree with his judicial philosophy. Just yesterday, the Democratic leader said that because we aren't in a criminal courtroom, there is no presumption of innocence or guilt here when you have a nominee before you. In America, somebody's saying that? Well, won't surprise you to know, Mr. President, Democrats haven't always taken that position. Back in 1991, when our friend Senator Joe Biden was chairman of the Judiciary Committee, he had this to say to Judge Clarence Thomas when the committee was evaluating an allegation against him. Here's what Joe Biden said. The presumption is with you. With me, the presumption is with you, and in my opinion, it should be with you until all the evidence is in and people make a judgment. That's Chairman of the Judiciary Committee, Joe Biden, during the Clarence Thomas proceeding. Well, my colleagues would do well to remember this common sense principle. After all, this is America. Every American understands the presumption of innocence. I'm glad that Chairman Grassley, his staff, and committee investigators have worked so hard to clean up this mess and put together a fair process. And I'm encouraged by the committee's choice of Rachel Mitchell, a career prosecutor with decades of experience in sensitive investigations, who was recognized with an award by Arizona's then Democratic Governor, Janet Napolitano, to lead expertise to this important process. It's time, Mr. President, for senators to hear from both Dr. Ford and Judge Kavanaugh under oath. Tomorrow, we'll do just that. And then it will be time to vote. Now, Mr. President, on an entirely different matter, it's with great reluctance that I close by marking the recent departure of a trusted advisor.
Mitch McConnell on the Senate floor ahead of tomorrow's hearing and the committee vote.